One, Todd.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Teofimo Lopez stands 5'8" tall and has a reach of 68.5 inches. And he'll be facing the legend, Manny Pacquiao. He's got a reach of 60. It's Teofimo Lopez. Tries to be entertaining both in and out of the ring. And boy, is he talented, a two-division world champion. It's the Pac-Man, the only boxer.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Brooklyn, New York in the United States, an electrifying two-division champion of the world known as the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez. Fighting out of the blue corner from General Santos City in the Philippines, truly one of the all-time greats, boxing's first and only 8-division champion of the world, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao.
Usually you don't need a weather report for a boxing match, but... And there's the bell for round one. Pacquiao is rocked. We were going to see the finish there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
And Lopez is dazed. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Swing and a miss with the hook. Nice counter. No rest for the weary. That counter punch caught him clean. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Teofimo. There's the bell for round two. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Pacquiao might be in some big trouble here. Is he going to go down? Much better game plan here.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do?
Well, hold on a second, Johnny. Oh, Pacquiao is seeing stars after that one. Disaster averted.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
That counter shot lands. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. Open air stadium, blazing sun. What do you think about this?
If you are on the losing side of this fight, and the heat is on. It's a...
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Is Pacquiao going to go down after that shot? And Manny goes down. Wow, let's take another look at that.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about Manny. Let's get it started in round 3. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Pacquiao there got clipped clean. That was the moment.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
So much firepower here. Good counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Swing and a miss with that hook. There's a counter shot. He scores with the counter. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Lucky that hook didn't score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Teofimo Lopez that lap. Back at it in round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that. They knew it when they threw it. The perfect body shot, and no one's standing up to that one.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
Well done with that counter shot. Not good. And Pacquiao goes to the canvas. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.
It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
It's time for our tale. It's the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. He's got that aggressive style, so good with the power punchers. A great finisher when he has someone hurt. Terrence.
This bout is...
The fans are ready, and it... The build up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Nice counter. Right hook just missed. David Benavidez might be ready to go. Is down. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are ready.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Nice counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Catch and shoot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A lot of effort being exerted here. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Crawford's legs are all over the place. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. And there's the bell for round 2. Counter shot lands. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
Can you imagine walking into this town, walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name? You can't even hear your cornerman whisper in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Just missed with that hook. Lucky that hook didn't score. There's a counter shot. That hook won't score. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Good counterpunching. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. The Mexican monster's in trouble. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until...
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. Crawford in trouble. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Crawford is dazed. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still want to fight.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
He's got to waste time. Get stuck behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into that.
Oh, my God, Johnny! Terrence Crawford just got rocked. And down goes Crawford. I don't care who you are. When you get caught with a body shot like that, you're going down.
You're right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Crawford in that lap. Back at it in round 4. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And he scores with the counter. What a punch. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Beautiful counter shot. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Punch, counter punch. Got out of the way of that right hook. The perfect counter lands. Blocks that left hook. They're going deep into the gas tank on this round. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that round. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it?
Oh my goodness, Johnny! And it's survival time for David Benavidez. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. And the Mexican monster might be ready to finally go down. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
That counter punch caught him clean. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
David Benavidez might be ready to go. Benavidez up. Here we go in the 6th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
To think of holding on here for a minute. They exchange punches. Perfect count. Crawford may be ready to go down. They've avoided catastrophe there.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, reach.
Look at the swelling and the bruising. They're going to take a look, and they may stop this fight. And the referee will allow this to continue. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter shot. That one will count. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Beautiful counter punch. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it. And there's the bell for round 7. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters.
Oh my God, Johnny! The Mexican monster's in trouble. They somehow weathered the storm.
Defense, defense, defense is everything, because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
He threw a punch and just got countered. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Nice defense there, blocking the hook. So much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight? Wow, so the referee is not going to stop it, and the fight continues. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. Now you... And we enter the 8th round. That 1-minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep...
Whoa, Johnny! And it's survival time for David Benavidez. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Benavidez now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
The Mexican monster is down. When can you miss it? Good thing we can watch that all over again.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you okay?
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Well, it's go back to the drawing board time.